What's good, YouTube? It's a Crest of Faith and Prophecy, and today we're going to be doing the New York Giants rebuild. Not really rebuild, but schedule. Now, obviously, for the ones who don't know, why is my hat lighting up? That's the way it came. My grandma bought this for me 3 years ago. I think it was on my 29th birthday. She bought it for me. So yeah, you see the little Giants logo, the helmet. So yeah, so anyways, man, I cannot get this wet. If I get this wet, then it's pretty much done. The way I clean it is I use baby wipes, or yeah, I use baby wipes. I got it off. I got it. Well, actually, she got it from Amazon. I forgot how much it cost. She said it was like $25 to $30. It's a pretty cool app. I mean, it's not app. It's a pretty cool hoodie or hat, whatever you want to call it. So today's video, like I said, I'm gonna redo the New York Giants. I already did a video on the New York Giants. I had them going 9-8. I had them going 9-8 last year. They went 9-8 last year. But this year, looking at our schedule, it's going to be very, 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 very hard. And I got my wristbands too. See, got my wristbands too. So, anyways, man. So let's get into this, right? So we kick off the season at home against the Cowboys. I think that's a W right there. I think it's a long time doing. The Cowboys had our number for the past 10 some odd years, 5 years. So we have yet to beat the Cowboys. So what a better place and time to do it at home, even though we don't necessarily play well at home. The Giants tend to play well on the road, which is weird. But anyways, man, moving on to the Cardinals. We're gonna beat the Cardinals. I don't think Tyler Murray is going to be playing, and if he does play, I don't know how long or how significant his injury is. So we're gonna start off the season right off the bat 2-0, right? This is where it's gonna get interesting. We're going to actually go on a 6-game losing streak. Yeah. We're going to lose against the 49ers, lose against the Seahawks, lose against the Dolphins, lose against the Bills, lose against Washington, lose against the Jets, and then we're going to snap our 6-game losing streak against who? Oakland. Obviously Waller's going to have his coming out party. He's going to snag like 3 touchdowns, 132 yards, 11 reception, his former team. And then after that, week 10, we bounce back again. Well, not really bounce back, but we keep the momentum and we beat the Cowboys. Week 11, we face Washington. We beat them. Week 12, we face the Patriots. So we are going into the bye week 13, 5-6. Okay, after the bye, we're going to beat the Packers. Okay? And after that, this is where it's going to get interesting. We're going to lose against the Saints, lose against the Seahawks, lose against the Eagles, lose against the Los Angeles Rams, and lose against the Eagles again, making our record 7-10. I really do think the Giants are going to have a major step back this year. Just because the NFL, they do this almost every year. It's not like the NBA where it's constantly the same old team over and over and over again, unless you're the Chiefs. The NFL like to make it fresh, like to keep stuff fresh, you know what I'm saying? So, every year there's always like 5 or 4 brand new teams that makes the playoffs. The teams that made the playoffs previously don't necessarily make the playoffs the next following year. Now, will I get proven wrong? I hope so. I hope the Giants do make the schedule look somewhat easy because it's not. You know what I'm saying? We face the NFC West, which is not a very great division. Well, it's a great division, but it's not a division we want to see. You know what I'm saying? And then we face the AFC East. You know what I'm saying? And then we face a little bit of the NFC South. And then we face a little bit of the NFC North. So, and then on top of that, preseason, we obviously lost to the Lions. We lost to the Lions. And the Panthers, we're going to go 0-2. And then the Jets, we're just going to beat them. So we're going to end the season 1-2 in preseason. And we're going to win. And then we're going to end the season against... No, we're going to end the season on a 7-10 record. And if you think I'm lying, see, I wrote this all down here. As you can see, I'm not just reading blanks. So there you have it, and then on top, that's the preseason record, and then the bottom, that's obviously the regular season. Now, again, I've made when the schedule came out, I did a reaction to it, the same way I did it right here. But looking at the teams that we face, it's not going to be easy. From the Seahawks, obviously we beat the Seahawks last year. That has really nothing to do with this year. But I can't see the Giants beating the Seahawks twice. I just don't see it. The 49ers defense is legit. The Dolphins have weapons offensively. The Bills, what can you say about them? The Jets, they loading up. The Patriots with Zeke obviously signing a 1-year deal. Got the Packers, got the Saints, the Eagles twice, and we got the LA Rams. And these are the teams. Some of these teams, Daniel Jones have yet to face. Because he hasn't really faced all the teams in the NFL, right? There are some teams that he hasn't really faced before. So it's going to be new territory for him, But I really do think the Giants are going to fall back. Now, next year, the Giants are obviously going to contend for a Super Bowl run. I highly believe that. But this year, I think they're just going to take a little step back, and then they'll bounce back the next following year and, try to make a run for the Super Bowl. But for right now, everything is just gelling together, And with 3 preseason games, it's hard to, evaluate talent. You don't want to let go of the wrong person and they go on another team and ball out and say, dang, we just had this dude. Now he goes over to such and such team and balls out. You know what I'm saying? Because we got that a lot over the years, We got that a lot. Luckily, we were fortunate enough to hold on to Victor Cruz because he was one game of being cut, I remember when Tom Coughlin gave him the go signal and, it was against the Philadelphia Eagles and he dropped his first pass. Eli gave it to him. And then after that, he just ran with it. After he scored that little touchdown, making 2 people miss, he just ran with it, So opportunities, man, you got to make the most out of them. Whether you're a rookie or a vet. Well, actually, you're a rookie. trying to make the team as an undrafted free agent. You just gotta, make the most of your opportunities. I don't really see a whole bunch of flashes in these preseason games. I really don't. If it's not coming from an offensive side, then I don't really care because I know the defense is gonna carry. The not really carry, but I know the defense is gonna carry because obviously that's their job. But I just want somebody on offense to flash. After looking at that Lions game, when we picked the ball off again, we struggled to score in the end zone. We like that can't happen against the 49ers. That can't happen against the Seahawks. That can't happen against the Bills. That can't happen against the Dolphins. That can't not happen against the Patriots, the Packers, what I'm saying, whoever we face on these schedules. That cannot happen. We gotta settle for 6. Now, obviously, field goals are good. You know what I'm saying? If you doing it math wise, but you gotta score 6. You gotta score 6 in these end zones. In the end zone, like stop settling for threes, and once again when Pinto picked it off, we had to settle for 3. It was a low scoring game, but we gotta punch it in the end zone when we get these opportunities. Like I said, the defense is going to carry, but the offense, I just have to see somebody blossom on offense, like somebody, but I'm pretty sure the roles are going to be reversed. We're going to be seeing new players in and out the rotation, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously the first unit was just trash, backup wise. Giving up that touchdown punt return was a no-no. So, and it wasn't just one person. The whole entire special teams collapsed. So don't blame it on one person. The whole entire team collapsed on punt return. Because at the first quarter it was like 13-3. I'm thinking like the Giants got this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then next thing you know, I put my head up and, because I was doing something else and I put my head up and it's already 11-13. It's like, so they got a hungry Panthers team coming up Friday. So another joint practice, probably Thursday, and then Friday the game. So, but yeah, it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be a very interesting game. Panthers coming out a shutout against the Jets, beating them 27-0, like a damn college team. So the Panthers are probably going to looking for revenge or take that sour taste out their mouth. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say they're going to blow us out, but, they're gonna come ready. They're gonna come ready and they're gonna be ready, because you always want to end this preseason off on a good note. You don't want to end it on a sour note. So, Daniel Jones, Daniel Jones has to stay healthy. He just has to stay healthy. Take a page out of Eli, like ask Eli, how'd you stay upright for all these years? I mean, Eli wasn't the most mobile quarterback. He can run, don't get me wrong. There was a few games I can remember where he ran. He can run, but he's just not athletic enough. But Daniel Jones, the way he's running, I mean, listen, when you have weapons like that now, there's no need to run. Now, obviously, if you need to escape the pocket and the thing is the offensive line collapse, then yeah, sure, you can obviously escape the pocket, use your legs. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying for you to stand there like a statue and get sacked.